didn't plan to meet a bird that day. I didn't plan to be taught how to live again by wings smaller than my hand. But sometimes life sends teachers in feathers. And sometimes the lesson arrives when you feel too broken to hear it. I had just lost everything I thought was stable. A relationship, a job, even my sense of who I was. Nights became heavy silence. Mornings became battles with the alarm clock. I ate whatever was closest. I answered fewer calls. And worst of all, I stopped believing that tomorrow could be different from today. That's what rock bottom feels like. Not fire, not noise, just a quiet that whispers, "Stay down. Don't bother getting up." One afternoon, I sat on my porch, staring at nothing. The world around me was moving. Neighbors mowing lawns, kids chasing basketballs. But inside me, time had stopped. That's when I heard it. A sound so small I almost ignored it. The faint, uneven chirp of a bird. I looked up. On the power line was a sparrow. Not a majestic eagle. Not a radiant peacock. Just a tiny brown sparrow with a chest that trembled as it tried to sing. First, its song cracked. Half notes, breaks, awkward pauses. But it kept going. Chirp after chirp, as if the act of trying was itself the victory. And something in me cracked open. I realized that sparrow was me. Not strong, not polished, just surviving, trying to speak even when the voice shook. I leaned back, tears stinging my eyes, and whispered, "If that bird can sing in the middle of silence, maybe I can try too." That night, for the first time in weeks, I wrote in my journal. Just 3 lines. "I am tired. I am lost. But I am not done." The words didn't fix me, but they felt like air in lungs that had been holding breath too long. The next morning, I listened for the bird again. It was there, wobbling, chirping, trembling through its song. And I made a decision. If that sparrow could practice its song, I could practice my rise. So I set 3 rules. 1. Get out of bed when the alarm says now. 2. Step outside for 5 minutes of fresh air. 3. Do one small thing that makes me stronger. The first week, it was clumsy. I missed alarms. I sat on the porch shivering with coffee, wondering if I was fooling myself. But each day, like the sparrow, I tried again. Of course, storms came. One morning, rain hammered the street. The sparrow's power line swung in the wind. I thought it won't show up today, but it did. Soaked feathers, shivering body, still singing. Not pretty, not perfect, but present. And that morning I understood. Strength isn't about never being knocked down. It's about showing up, soaked, trembling, and trying anyway. Weeks turned into months. I signed up for a class, started walking in the mornings, sent resumes again. Every rejection stung, but I remembered the sparrow's cracked notes. Effort is its own form of courage. One evening, I sat on my porch again. This time with books piled beside me, job applications printed, and a little more light in my eyes. The sparrow sang from its line. And for the first time, I didn't just hear survival. I heard joy. It had found its voice. And so had I. Here's what that bird taught me. Life isn't about soaring like an eagle every day. It's about daring to chirp like a sparrow when your chest still shakes. Rising again doesn't look glamorous. It looks like brushing your teeth when you want to hide. It looks like sending one more application. It looks like speaking one shaky sentence out loud. Rising again is not loud. It's consistent, quiet, persistent. And maybe you've been there, at the edge of silence, wondering if your voice still matters. So let me ask you, if you had to choose one word to rise with, just one, what would it be? Share that word quietly in the comments. Months later, I got the call. A new job offer. Not my dream, but a beginning. I remember stepping outside that evening, hearing the sparrow's steady song, and whispering back, "Thank you. You taught me to rise again." And in that moment, I realized the bird wasn't my teacher anymore. It was my reflection, because I was singing too. So maybe tonight you feel cracked, bent, overlooked. Maybe life knocked you down so hard you don't remember the sound of your own voice. Listen, The sparrow didn't wait to feel strong before it sang. It sang until it became strong. And you can do the same. Rise when no one claps. Breathe when silence weighs heavy. Speak your one word, even if it shakes. Because one day soon you'll look back and realize you're not crawling, you're not silent, you're rising, and your song will carry someone else. If this story reminded you that you can rise again, hit like, subscribe for more motivational stories every day, and share this with someone who needs to hear. Even the smallest bird can teach us to fly again.